creators, welcome back to another video. Today we are making a window shaker card. I'm really excited about this card. It is so much fun. I'm starting this project off with a card base and a card mat. You can find the measurements for today's project as well as all of the materials that I used on my blog, MKre8tions.com. The link is in the description box below. I am using the honeybee bundle to decorate my card, as well as petal pink and mint macaron. I stamped a sentiment on the inside top portion of the card, about 1.5 inches below the score line. I stamped one of each of the flowers with mint macaron. I also stamped 2 small bees with petal pink, and I am using 1 large bee I stamped earlier. For this card, I am using the rectangle stitched dies. However, if you do not have these, don't worry. You can still make this card. Watch to the end of the video for a second technique using just a Stampin' trimmer. If you are using the dies, you want to choose 2 sizes, one smaller and one slightly larger. Using the magnetic platform, I am cutting out the smaller rectangle from the front of my card base as well as from the middle of my card mat. To make sure I cut the dies in the same place on the mat and the card base, I put the mat underneath the card base that I have already cut, and I lined my die back up on top where the hole was cut from, and I ran it through. It's a little thick, but it will work. And now using the larger rectangle, I'm going to run my window sheet through, and I need to cut 2 pieces of this size. With the detailed bees dies, I am going to cut out both of the flowers and the bees. I'm going to emboss the card mat using the tufted embossing folder. Using my bone folder, I'm going to score that crease line to get it nice and flat. And on the wrong side of your embossed mat, you're going to take some tear and tape adhesive and you're going to glue down your first window sheet. I'm using our foam adhesive strips to make a connected rectangle all the way around the window. I'm taking care not to glue past the paper so that you don't see the strips on the other side of the window. And now it's time to bring a little color to the party. I have these gorgeous sequins here. You're going to dump a whole handful in the middle, and then you're going to tuck those little bees into your window as well. Take the adhesive off of those foam strips, and then you're going to get your second window sheet and adhere that right onto the top. I use some additional foam adhesive strips all around the outside of the mat, and then I adhered that to the front of the card base, being careful to line up the windows in the middle. I used a combination of snail adhesive and glue dots to put my decorations on the inside lower right-hand corner of the card. That way the sequins will cover up these cute decorations when the card is closed, and it's a cute little surprise when the recipient opens it. I also wanted to finish off this card with a little bling on the front. I decided to add a few of those beautiful sequins around the outside of this card. That's it for the honey bee bundle portion of this video. Let's get on to the poppies. Now on to the part where you do not need those dies to make this card. I'm still cutting the same card base and card mat, except I'm using my trimmer to cut a 1-inch bordered frame out of the top of the card base. So I'm lining up the sides of my card with the 1-inch mark. I am dragging my cutter to the 1-inch mark on the trimmer, and then I am dragging the trimmer down 1 inch before I reach the edge. I'm repeating that same strategy with the card mat after it has been embossed. So one more time, I'm putting my card mat onto my trimmer at the 1-inch mark, lining up that right hand edge. I am using my cutting blade and I'm lining that up at the 1-inch mark from the top, and I am cutting all the way down to 1 inch before I reach the edge. Cut 2 window sheets that are about 1/4 of an inch larger than your opening. Use tear and tape adhesive to adhere your window sheets to the wrong side of your embossed mat, and use the foam adhesive strips to adhere the second window sheet after you've added your sequins. Add more of the foam adhesive strips around the outer edge of the card mat. Stamp your desired sentiment about 1.5 inches down on the inside of the card base. Glue your window to the top of your card base, making sure that you line up the windows. Add your embellishments on the inside lower right-hand corner of the card base, and your card is finished. Thank you so much for joining me today, creators. I really hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to follow me online at MKre8tions.com and on social media at MKre8tions. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!